Hey, Aquarius. We're here to do your reading. I hope you've all been well. We are going to start off with the archetype deck to see either external, your energy, or an energy dynamic, right? So this will be the who, right? Let's see what we got. I've been shuffling, but I didn't want you to have to wait around for all that. We have hero heroine, light attribute, passion for a journey of personal empowerment. And then shadow attribute, escapism and false sense of heroism. Climbing a mountain that looks like a tree. And then underneath is teacher, light attribute, ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. Shadow attribute, manipulating or abusing students, teaching negative traits and destructive skills. I don't know why that was so hard to say. I like that. If these are both light attribute, it would be a journey of personal empowerment, and which would follow with like the ability to communicate, that experience. That is beautiful. The other spectrum of that, the other end of the spectrum with that would be escapism, false sense of heroism, and then communicating with others based on that. All right, let's see. That's the who. This is the what, or like the what, why. These are soul journey lesson cards. Let's see. All right, which one is flipped up? Judgment. I understand that everyone has a unique path and challenges. I usually just take, because a bunch fell, so I usually just take, let's see, success. I know that there is no greater goal than love. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Look at the dog. Success. Judgment. This is interesting. Like, if you feel as if you're sorry. If you feel like you're in a good place, but others might not be, like, don't judge them, right? Yeah, I want to say that somebody else, like, you might sense that somebody else is not quite authentic, and like, if you're succeeding at something, but somebody only appears to be, it's not necessarily your job to call them out. I would almost just steer clear. Getting a lot of these readings have been about communicating, and I'm struggling with this myself. Full disclosure, I am. When expectations are so different from the reality, or like, I don't know, it's almost like I'm getting a vibe that, man, this is a weird reading. no greater goal than love. And everybody has their own unique path and challenges. This is almost like if it kind of just feels like if you're very much on a different page. Like, I think that's such a disconnect. Like, maybe like you're on such a different path than somebody else that it's not that you don't have something to share with each other. You're just not even in the same ballpark to want that. It's feeling like it's feeling like very just not in alignment. And this has been coming up. Like, all of these readings have just been about, it's okay if things don't align, but it needs to be communicated. And that is a challenge. That is definitely a challenge. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. And that's okay. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. Like, loving that somebody is or feels or does what they do, that it's not in alignment with you. Because it's like, how odd. Passion for a journey of personal empowerment, right? But then some, this could be you or someone else, comes in with a false sense of heroism. Like they're gonna save you from the life that you're living. Or you them. That's not a good, nice thing to say. I mean, am I talking to myself? I'm not sure. Like, maybe they're happy where they are. Here's one thing I will say. If you just met somebody, right? If you just met somebody and you have different desires, or different struggles, and you have different ways of dealing with said struggles or striving towards said desires, someone comes in and says, oh, I can do it like this. We'll do it like this. Do it like this. Did you do it like this yet? Like, whoa, buddy. No, whether it's you or somebody else, don't go in somebody else's life deciding that you know better than they do. You don't think they thought about it? If you have a suggestion or an offer of help, give it once. Maybe offer it a second time to say, I was serious about that, but I will leave it up to you because this is your life. I'm smug because I can relate. Bro. Help eventually turns into judgment. Judgment! Oh my god! Judgment! Yeah, and I'm sure we're all guilty of this, right? Like, I know I am. Like, I have friends that I make suggestions to, and I have to remind myself to not check in on it. No, don't check in. It seems counterintuitive, right? Like, oh, shouldn't you care? Like, yes, of course I care. That's why I told them the truth of something that I felt that could be helpful. And I also care enough and have enough faith in that other human being that they're an adult. They will make their own choice, and I am not going to shame them into doing what I think is better for them. It's their life. For real. Aquarians, I feel like you would understand that in a personal level, and in theory understand that with other people, but y'all are smart, and you want what's best for people. You're humanitarians, so sometimes you may or may not get bent out of shape. And this could be somebody else. Definitely could be somebody else. I'm just saying, I think we're all guilty of this on occasion. I have to make a conscious choice to say, like, I care, and I'm just gonna say how they're doing. Like, I gave them that recommendation, but that's on them. Like, if they need help with it, hope, like, maybe when you first mentioned it, like, hey, like, I'm gonna leave this up to you. If you want help with it, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna assume, you found another solution. No, like, I trust you. You got you. Let me know if you need help. I am here. Like, my dad, like, all squeaky, so my dog, like, looking over me. Sorry. I hope that makes sense, right? This seems interesting. Like, just because you got you. Okay, yeah. You got you, right? And you have faith that you can ask people around you for help. Like, that's a beautiful thing. Like, community, definitely. And ask for advice. Like, don't bombard people. Ask them if they have the capacity for more emotional issues at that time, too, right? Anyways, that was a lot. It just kind of came. I hope that helped. And I hope you're safe wherever you are, and take care.